Nothing like a good old smell of E85 and some lake. So nice out. Yo, what's up guys, Rexter here, and today I'll be making a video on if you should run 0W-20 or 5W-30 in your Subaru BRZ, FRS, or 86, because there's actually a lot of controversy over this topic. So yeah, maybe you're thinking to yourself, why would I do 5W-30 if my oil cap says 0W-20 directly on it? I'm gonna tell you right now, this video is not here to persuade you into using 5W-30. However, I just want to tell you guys the benefits of both 0W-20 and 5W-30. And I want to first start off by saying that 0W-20 is mainly for fuel economy. And if your car is completely stock, then I do recommend using 0W-20. Keep using 0W-20 because stock engine, stock exhaust, and stock tune, I do think 0W-20, it's not gonna hurt you at all. Obviously, Subaru recommends it in their manual, which you can actually go check that out right now. So here's the owner's manual stating that 0W-20 is best choice for good fuel economy and good starting in cold weather, which obviously I've been running 5W-30 for almost 2 years now, and well, 2 winters, and I have never had a single starting problem. So I have never had any problems running 5W-30 in the years I've been using it. And I want to mention though that when I bought my car within the first couple months, I did the full exhaust and tune, and I immediately started putting 5W-30 in my car, and that is why I've been running it, and I never had a problem throughout winter. And that's on 93 octane, and it also works on E85, but E85, I do not recommend using E85 throughout the winter, depending on how cold it gets in your area. Like once it gets like below like 40 degrees or 32 degrees, then E85 is not recommended unless you get like a flex fuel kit, which I don't. I use the open flash tablet. Now I want to give an honorable mention to turbocharged cars. If your car is turbo, you absolutely should be running 5W-30. That one I'm 1000% positive on. You can look it up on forums. If you turbo your BRZ FRS 86, you want to go 5W-30. Just look at the WRXs. The WRXs have the same motor, except for it's a little bit different, but it's roughly the same motor, but it's turboed. And guess what they recommend? 5W-30 in their FA20. And this is also an FA20, but they recommend 0W-20. But again, that's because it's not turbocharged, and it helps with fuel economy and cold starts on winter, which I've never had a problem with cold starts with 5W-30, so I don't understand that part. Obviously, if you live in an area where it gets like below 0 degrees, I'm talking Fahrenheit by the way guys, then at that point you should be running 0W-20 because it does help with cold starts when it gets that cold. But here it doesn't really get that cold. I think it did a couple times and my car did still start just fine. Never had any problems, and obviously I'll let it warm up before I start driving it. So a lot of it does base on the mods that you have and what you've done to your car. And again, I'm not saying put 5W-30 in your car. I am not responsible if something happens if you do, which that's kind of crazy. Like me even saying that's kind of crazy talk. Like I highly do believe that nothing would happen. Obviously I've been running for years. Obviously my car is modified with full exhaust and a tune, and I'm running no cats at all. So my horsepower is even higher than people with cats. And I want to know your guys' thoughts on the oil and what type of oil you run. And I bet you there's some people out there with like an actual built motor, and they're probably running something like 10W-40 or something wild like that because they have such a modified motor and block. So let me know what you guys run in your BRZ or FRS, and if it is 0W-20, I'm sure it's been fine. 0W-20, again, it's not gonna hurt. But if you're like me and you run E85 in your car, E85 is known to make your oil thin out, and 0W-20 is already such a thin oil that it could lead to your engine blowing up. Same with turbocharging your car. It just runs at such a higher temp that you're gonna want 5W-30 to help not blow up your engine. But if you're still stock, or if you just have full exhaust and only run 93 octane, 0W-20 perfectly fine in my opinion. Let me know what you guys' opinions are down below on this topic. These are just my thoughts and opinions on everything and what I've gone through. And now I want to tell a little backstory about somebody who turbocharged their FRS and they blew it up. So they turbocharged their car, and within a year or two, I think a year actually, within a year, it blew up. And then he started looking up like why it blew up and all that. And people were saying that you should be running 5W-30. And guess what? He was still running 0W-20 because that's what Subaru recommends. However, like I said, the WRX motor, it's like the same motor, turbo, but they say 530. So there's reasons for using both type of oils, and depending on how you drive your car or what mods you have done, you should choose wisely on what oil you are picking. By the way, he did go ahead and replace his motor and started using 5W-30, and now it's been 3 years. Turbocharged FRS, 3 years on 5W-30, hasn't had a single problem. So it just goes to show that it all depends on what you're doing with your car and what mods you have. So yeah, this is like a little short topic I wanted to bring up with you guys and see your guys' opinion on it. I know for my baby, for the way I run this car and how I have it, you know, I have it pretty modified, and 5W-30 has been doing me well in this vehicle, so I'm gonna keep running 5W-30. I just cannot stress this enough though, that if you're running E85 and it's like 100 degrees out, I'm sorry about such a like a random rant video type of deal, but I just really want to talk about this because I just really want to know everybody else's opinions, if you guys have any. If not, please just give this video a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.